Hey guys, it's James, and today I wanted to see if I could model Tesla or find the intrinsic value of Tesla at its current state. I wanted to use the discounted cash flow model to try to see if I could come up with an intrinsic value. On this spreadsheet, I do have this spreadsheet available over on Patreon. I do have my dividend discount model in this spreadsheet as well as Graham's model, but for the purposes of this video, I just want to do Tesla with the discounted cash flow model. What I'm going to do is take the past 5 years of free cash flow and determine what that growth rate is, and then also use that to project the next 5 years future growth rate as well as the terminal value, and then discount that growth rate back to the present, find a terminal value, sum up the future free cash flows, find an equity value, and then finish out with finding the intrinsic value. And all we need to do to be able to do that is fill out these boxes right here under our inputs. So first off, we need to find out the free cash flow for 2017, 18, 19, 20, and 2021 for Tesla. You can do that very quickly by just typing in Google what Tesla's free cash flow is, and over on macro trends for Tesla, they have their cash flow down here, and we're going to pull these numbers. These numbers are in millions, so it would be 3,476 million or 3.4 billion. So we're going to go back to 2017, and we do have some negative cash flows for 2017 and 18, and we're going to take a look at their stock price and kind of see what happened between 2018, 19, and 20. And it's pretty cool to see actually what happened. But first off, let's go ahead and transfer these free cash flow numbers. So for 2017, we are at negative 3.476 billion. So let's put that in there. Negative 3.476 billion. 2018 was negative 3 or negative 3 million, and 2019 it appears is the first year that they were heavily cash flow positive, where they had 1.078 billion. And for 2020, 2.786. 2021, 3.787. So now that we have all of the cash flows in the calculator, let's try to find their cash and debt, and we can do that over on Yahoo Finance. You come over to the tab Financials, come down to Total Assets, click the drop down arrow, come down to cash and cash equivalents, and they are at 17.7 million. So we'll put that in the calculator. And then taking a look at their debt, you come down on the same table, and their total debt is going to be 8.873 million. And then for a perpetual growth rate, we're just going to choose some number between 2 and 3. We're going to settle at 2.5. It is estimated that the entire growth rate for the United States is somewhere between 3 and 4%. So obviously Tesla is not going to grow faster than the entire United States. If that were the case, then Tesla would have a GDP larger than the entire United States, which can't happen. And then we are going to choose a discount rate of about 8%. with a 25% margin of safety. Now you can see that the numbers are kind of funky right now, and that's because the calculator is including these negative cash flows. So it's assuming that it's going to have a negative 9,000% average growth rate. So what we have to do is only go back these last 3 years. You take a look at the last 3 years, there's been positive cash flow, and the years previous, it has been pretty much negative cash flow for Tesla. And that is actually reflected in their stock price. If you take a look, it was right around 2009 when they posted that $1 billion free cash flow figure. You can see in 2020 and December of 2019, they posted that cash flow. In 2020, you can see that the stock price started to go up, and then you had that $2.7 billion cash flow in 2020. And then the stock price continued to go up, and then you did have a $3.7 billion cash flow in 2021. And it looks like Tesla is definitely not slowing down in their cash flow. They have had some hiccups here in the past because of what Elon Musk is doing with Twitter, and he has had some layoffs as well. but we'll have to see what 2022 will hold. And I believe the analysts are saying that Tesla is supposed to have another very good year. But coming back over to the discounted cash flow model, what we're going to do is delete these 2017 and 18 free cash flow numbers, remove it from our growth over here on our valuation, and we can see that the past 2 years, from 2019 to 20, we had 158% growth and a 35% growth from 2020 to 2021, which gives us an average growth of about 97%. These numbers right here feed into the future growth of from 2022 and beyond. And then we take these numbers and determine the present value of the future cash flows using the discount rate of 8%, come to a terminal value, and then we add all of these numbers up to get our future free cash flow, and then determine our equity value by subtracting the debt and adding the cash that Tesla owns. And then we divide the outstanding shares of the equity value to come to an intrinsic value of about $1,000 or about $1,100. And Tesla's current price is $681, which is pretty odd that the intrinsic value would be around $1,100, which is very close to the peak of where they were about 6 to 9 months ago. And then obviously Tesla does not apply the dividend discount model, as they do not pay a dividend out. And then if we were to use Graham's model, if we were to determine a growth rate for Tesla, if they had a growth rate of 97%, as they have had for at least 97% according to their free cash flow, if we were to put in 97%, Graham's model would give us a value of $639 for their intrinsic value, where the AAA corporate bond rate is 3.97 with a 25% margin of safety, which would say that Tesla's intrinsic value is very close to what their current price is. So let me know what you guys thought of that video. If you want to see more valuations with more ticker symbols or with more companies, let me know. Head down to the comments, let me know who you want to see evaluated in this manner. And if you want access to this calculator, you can head over to my Patreon and download the dividend portfolio tracker. Come over to the valuation tab, and then also you can play around with these numbers just like I did here in this video. If you guys are interested in that, subscribe to the channel. And with that, thanks for watching.